So long time no reading vlog. I didn't end up having a reading vlog going up last week. It's Monday now and it was supposed to go up today, but I ended up not doing it because I went to start editing it today and I realized I didn't really have enough footage, and I had never updated you guys at the beginning of the week with what I was reading, and then I didn't vlog for like 5 days, so all of the footage was from Monday and Tuesday and it wasn't even good. So I was like, I'm just going to not put it up and I will put up something this week, hopefully. As of now, I am going to be putting something up, but Jackson, my cat, is not doing the greatest again. He had to have a biopsy done because his lymph nodes were very swollen in his neck, so I'm going to hear back today or tomorrow or later this week about the results of that. So that is terrifying and not a good thing at all, and I'm kind of trying to distance myself from that, or else I will just obsess over it all the time until I hear back. But depending on the results of that, I might take a little bit of a social media hiatus. I don't really know what's going to happen though. But anyways, since I didn't do a vlog last week, I figured I would start off today's reading vlog letting you guys know about the 4 books that I finished last week. But as per usual, if you guys want to know any more thoughts on any of these books, then you can go and check out my Goodreads and I have some more thoughts on there, or you can wait for my end of the month wrap up where I will elaborate a little bit more. So first of all, I finished listening to the audiobook for The Sweet Far Thing by Liba, which I gave a 3 out of 5 stars. Next, I read Top 10 by Katie Kentugo, and I ended up giving this also a 3 out of 5 stars. After that, I picked up Roar by Cora Carmack, and I gave this a 2.5, maybe a 3 out of 5 stars. I'm not too sure on this one. And finally, I finished Warcross by Marie Lu, which I gave a 4.75 out of 5 stars because I kind of want to give it a 5, but then I did have some issues with it, so I'm sticking to a 4.75, but I really, really loved it. So going into this week, I started listening to the audiobook for Alice in Zombieland by Gina Showalter this morning, and I'm struggling through it. The thing is, I know that people have been wanting me to read this for so long, and I just had a feeling I wasn't gonna like it, and then I'm listening to it and I'm like, oh dear God, this is not what I was expecting at all, because I wasn't going to get it and I wasn't going to try it, but then I was like, you know what, it's Alice in Wonderland, so I might as well. But it's really not an Alice in Wonderland retelling, which really just pisses me off because that is such false advertisement. So I'm just listening to the audiobook since I have the book and I want to read it, so then I can know for sure that I'm not going to like it, which seems to be the case so far. As far as physically reading a book, surprise, surprise, I have no clue what I want to read, so I have a pile of options right here. I'm actually editing my fall reading list right now, or my fall TBR right now, and I would like to pick up one of those books, but I don't really feel like I'm in the mood for any of them. The only one that I might be is A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro, so I might end up picking this up. Oh no. This is actually also from my fall reading list, Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody, and I do really want to read this one. I just I don't know what mood I'm in right now, so I'm like, nah. So this might be the one that I pick up. I did start reading it yesterday, but then I ended up going to work, and before I started my shift, I picked up An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson, which I am obsessed with this cover. I honestly saw this cover and I was like, I need to have this book. Like, it is so gorgeous. So I picked it up and I don't even really know what it's about. I think it's kind of like ACOTAR from my understanding. So I kind of started reading this yesterday, but I'm not fully committed to it since I've only read 2 pages so far. Then I also was just reading the synopsis for Jane Unlimited by Kristen Kishore, and I have an arc of it obviously, and it's coming out very soon, so I feel like I should try and read it so then I can do a review. Wicked Like Wildfire by Elena Popovich. I'm honestly just obsessed with the cover, and I feel like it's kind of like a magical realism sort of fantasy, so I'll really know. And then the last one is of course Tower of Dawn by Sarah J Maas. I want to get to this one very soon. I don't know if I'm not emotionally prepared, but like, her books always kind of give me a massive book hangover and put me into a major situation where I'm like, I have no clue what reading mood I'm in. So I don't know if I want to do that to myself yet. Plus, this will probably be the only book that I finish this week if I end up picking this one up. So I don't really know. I have no clue. I don't know what I'm going to end up reading. I might actually do a poll on Twitter and choose like my top 4 options and see what you guys think. But the problem with that is it's always the most popular option is the one that everyone chooses. So I'm just very apprehensive about doing that. And I also hardly ever end up going with what everyone chooses. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I don't even know if I'm going to have time to read today because I have to edit tomorrow's video, which I'm starting to do right now. I had to kind of clean my room because my room's a little bit of a mess, and I have an in-car driving lesson from 2 to 4 today and also 2 to 4 tomorrow. home. But tonight I am working from I'm working from 6 p.m. to 2 in the morning. So it's gonna be a time. So we'll see how all this goes. But I am going to go and edit this video because I should probably get that done. Okay, bye. What was that? Okay, bye. Well, apparently it's gonna be one of those days. So I thought I had filmed a whole update clip, but I never actually pressed record. So great. So I worked until 2 in the morning last night because we were doing a changeover at work, and then I could not fall asleep afterwards until like 4. So I'm exhausted. I'm running on very little sleep. Ella is playing with plastic on the floor, making a lot of noise. This is just going great. So the clip I had filmed was an unboxing, so this won't be a proper unboxing, but I'll show you the books that I got anyways, and as per usual, if you wanted to hear more about them, then I will talk about them more in my book hauls. So first of all, I got Graceling by Kristen Kishore, then I got The Reader by Tracy Chee, then Wolf by Ryan Groden, and finally I got Girls Made of Snow and Glass by Melissa Bechardus. I'm probably saying that very wrong. So yeah, there was a little bit of a sale, which is why I ended up picking up these books because I really wasn't planning on doing so. However, now I once again have quite a few tall books on my TBRs, so I might have to pick up a tall book because I still haven't committed to actually picking anything up yet. Oh my god, this is so gorgeous. It has like a castle. It's so pretty. But I did end up finishing my audiobook for Alice in Zombieland, and I didn't like it as expected. It was just a high school melodrama, which was not what I was expecting, and I just feel like the title is really bad false advertisement, so I'm annoyed by it. But anyways, I have quite a few things to do today, so I'm not even going to be able to read until later in the day. I have to first of all edit today's video and get that scheduled. All the rough edits are done. I just have to do all the fine-tuning stuff. Then I have to clean my room, and then that's about it. And tonight I want to try and plan out some reviews, and I forgot what else I wanted to do. Oh, start editing this vlog. So yeah, clearly I haven't cleaned my room yet, but I did get my video uploading, so that is doing its thing now. But I'm actually just about to leave for my in-car driving lesson, my last one, which is very exciting. My test is next Monday, which is very nerve-wracking, but also very exciting because I put it off for forever. But I got a package from Book Depository. I actually don't know what this is because I ordered a few copies of Alice in Wonderland that haven't come yet, so I'm waiting for those. But I also ordered something else, and I think this might be the something else. Oh no, it isn't. Okay, so I was wondering where this was, but on the front of it where it says my address and everything, there's a bunch of stuff. There's like different postal codes. There's like a little arrow that's like a turnaround thing. So I think this went on an adventure before coming to me. But I got the Penguin Classics edition of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll, which is beautiful and I love it, and I didn't have it in my collection, and I have the Jabberwocky one that they did, so I felt like I just had to have this one, and now I'm very happy that I do because it's so pretty. So it is Tuesday night and I'm actually just about to head to bed. I'm really tired just since I had worked so late last night and I didn't really sleep that well, so I'm just exhausted. But I actually did end up picking up a couple of books. I was kind of in between books for most of the day, but I ended up actually picking up Wild Beauty by Anna Marie Miclemore. Wow, struggles. But I picked this up right before I went for my in-car, which I'm finally done with, which I'm so excited about. But I picked this up right before, not really thinking much of it. I had been watching Lala from Books and Lala. I had been watching her videos, and she mentioned this in, I think it was her most recent book haul. I don't even know because I watched a ton of her videos, kind of went on a binge there a little bit. But she had said that she really enjoyed this, and she ended up picking up the rest of the author's books, and the author's other books really interested me, and I have had this arc for such a long time, and I have heard multiple people saying that it was really great. It's a magical realism. I love that stuff, so I was like, I'll just pick it up and, you know, see if I'm going to stick with it. It wasn't really on my radar at the moment, but I'm glad that I gave it a go because I'm now on page 20 and I haven't picked it up since I went for my in-car, and I was sitting there for like 5 minutes or something, and I ended up reading a lot in those 5 minutes, so I kind of just got very absorbed in it, which I'm happy about. What are are you doing, cat? I also ended up starting listening to the audiobook for Umberland by Wendy Spinelli. This is the second book to Everland, and I'm really liking the audiobook. I didn't listen to Everland on audiobook, I physically read it, but the audiobook has like a full cast, which is awesome. I love when there's more than one narrator for an audiobook. It just makes it like such a performance. I love that. So I'm really enjoying this. Honestly, it's kind of one of my guilty pleasure reads, I guess. Like, I'm not really guilty about it. I don't feel ashamed of it, but it's just a really kind of easy read. It's just a really fun and quick read, especially this one since it's an Alice in Wonderland retelling, which I love. Obviously, as if you guys don't know that by now. But today I did not end up cleaning my room. Instead, I ended up putting all of my TBR books mixed in with the rest of my books. So it's just like a giant rainbow right now. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm very indecisive with how I want my bookshelves to be right now. I just feel like I can't be satisfied with anything. So tomorrow I might play around with that and kind of add some like face out books and stuff like that just to make it a little bit prettier. I don't really know, but I definitely need to clean my room, and then maybe I'll film tomorrow. I don't really know. But it's funny because I had like my regular Tuesday video going out today, and I didn't have a vlog going up yesterday, which was Monday, and I didn't think anyone really noticed or anything, but so many of the comments on my new video were asking where my reading vlog was. So I'm really glad to know that you guys actually enjoy these, because I wasn't sure if it was just something that I was doing and like I didn't know if you guys actually liked it or anything. So it was really good to see that you guys liked it. Now I feel really bad for not doing one last week. Good morning. I got up like 10 minutes ago. Can you not tell? I'm really tired, and I don't really know why, because I slept for a very long time. So I don't know why I'm so tired, but I got another package today, and I don't know. See, I pre-ordered a bunch of books, and I never usually pre-order books, but there were a bunch of sales for if you pre-ordered books. So I ended up pre-ordering a bunch of stuff. There was like twice that I did that. Once was actually included in a reading vlog, and I don't really remember what I pre-ordered or when any of it is coming out. So I don't know if this is the other book from the one order that I made that the books came yesterday, or if it's a pre-order. So I don't know, but we'll find out. Okay, so it is the other book that I had ordered from yesterday's order that didn't come in with the rest of them for whatever reason, but it is The Forbidden Orchid by Sharon Biggs Waller. Honestly, this is a book that I was interested in when it first came out, and it came out a couple years ago or something like that, around summertime, and I started reading it on the plane to France, but I never finished it because then I was in France and I was too busy. But it was a book that I never heard anything about. We didn't carry at my store, which I was really sad about, but I still think the concept sounds so interesting. So, and the cover is gorgeous, so I'm very happy to have it. But anyways, I need to go and get some stuff done and get ready for the day since I look like I'm dead. So gonna go and do that. Hello! So I am actually going to take some photos for Instagram, even though I have like a video to edit and other stuff to do. I'm going to do this because this is what I feel like doing right now. But this is my setup, and I thought I would show you. Actually, first of all, I ended up changing my shelves a little bit more. So I'm actually quite happy with how it is. My chair's there because I use that for Instagram, so I'll get to that later. But I'm quite happy with it. I feel like it's kind of like eclectic. It's a little bit more dynamic, I suppose, but I'm happy with it. So here I have this chair set up because I stand on it, which is super dangerous. Do not recommend, but I stand on it even though it turns while I'm standing on it. I have this book set up because I want to take a photo with it, and then I have these boards here. So I have a couple of them. Actually, I have 3 of them, but there's only 2 that I really use. So this is the other one. It's a little bit of a darker wood, but I actually got them. They were like displays in the clothing store that I worked at, and when we were closing, I got to take them for free, so it was good. But I have this here because I also want to take a photo with that, so that's why that's sitting there. And then over here, I have all of my props. So Michael's had a sale this past weekend, so I got a ton of flowers. So this whole entire bin is flowers. They were super cheap, which was very exciting. Here I have other just random props and stuff that I've gotten at the dollar store, all sorts of different places. And then I have scarves because I'll use scarves. They add a lot to photos. And then I have a blanket right there. Also, I cleaned my room. There is a shirt on the floor, but I did end up finally cleaning my room. But yeah, so I have all of this stuff set up and I will use that. And I also use some of the little things that are on my shelves. Like I have little candles up there, all of that stuff I also will use
use in photos, and obviously I use the books as well. But I would film and like show you guys how I actually take photos, kind of like speed it up and stuff, but I use this same camera for taking photos, so I can't do that. I'm also going to be continuing listening to my audiobook, which is all the way on the other side of the room. I'm listening to Umberland still, and it's just so much fun. I really like this series. I kind of wish that I had listened to the first book on an audiobook because the audiobook is awesome. I'm having such a great time listening to it, so I'm hoping I'll be able to finish that today because it's a super quick one, so I should probably be able to finish it while I am taking photos. And then I want to film an owl crate unboxing because my owl crate came, and I'm pretty sure I know what the book is, and I'm super excited for it, so I want to do an unboxing as soon as I can because I want that book. But yeah, I've really been trying to kind of step up my Instagram game because I really like doing them. I love taking photos for Instagram, and it's just one of the things that I really enjoy, and I had always wanted to have some that look like some of my favorite Instagram pages, but they just were not turning out, so now I have been getting better at it, and I'm really happy with how my feed has been lately, so I'm going to go and take some more pictures. So I spent about 2 hours taking Instagram photos. I swear whenever I do that, time just flies by. Like I don't realize how long I have been doing it for until I look at the clock and I'm like, well, that took a long time. But I still haven't filmed my owl crate review because I was going to do that, but my eye is really bugging me, and I feel like you can tell, like it looks red. I don't know what I got in it, but it is driving me nuts right now. So I don't want to put on makeup, so therefore don't really want to film my owl crate unboxing yet, so I might wait until tomorrow to do that if my eye is still bugging me. I don't really know yet, but I finished listening to Umberland. I still have my bookmark in it because I was listening to the audiobook, but I did finish it and it was so good. I love this series so much. I just have such a great time whenever I'm reading it, and it is a pretty dark series, but at the same time it's tons of fun to read. It was just such a great sequel. I loved all the little elements of Wonderland that were brought into the story, and I'm definitely going to be continuing with the series. I think it's on the younger end of YA, but it's so much fun. It's really kind of a dark subject matter, but at the same time it manages to be a really fun and quick read, which is awesome, and I can't wait for the next one. It is a Wizard of Oz retelling, which is amazing. I'm so excited for it, and it's called Ozland, and I think it's just going to be so good. I just enjoy this series. It's great. I don't even know how to describe it other than the fact that it makes me really happy when I'm reading it. I just have a great time. So I don't know what audiobook I'm going to listen to next. I think I might listen to Vengeance Road because that's available from the library, but for now I'm going to edit the photos that I just took for Instagram, and then I am going to hopefully not have my eye doing weird things because it's bugging me so much. I might be able to film my owl crate unboxing, which would be great, but if it's still bugging me, then I'm just gonna not do that today, and I'll do it tomorrow. And tonight I have a few errands to run, so I have to go to the mall, and maybe, just maybe, I'll stop by my work and pick up a couple of books, which is totally unnecessary, but I still kind of want to do it. I think I'll be able to do this without crying, but as you guys know, I was waiting for results from the vet about Jackson, and obviously it wasn't good news. So turns out Jackson has cancer, and he only has a few months left to live. I don't even have words to describe how devastating this is. He is my absolute world. He is my best friend. I've had him for all 10 years of his life, and I can't even begin to describe the bond that we have, and I don't want to see him suffering. I don't want to see him hurting, and I obviously don't want him to leave, but there's really nothing that we can do except make sure he's not suffering, keep him comfortable. He seems to be happy and mostly his regular self. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to continue vlogging this week. I want to try and make him as happy as he can be and make these last few months the best that they can possibly be, but it's just so surreal to me that a month ago this seemed out of the question, and then all of a sudden everything just kind of snowballed, and I never would have thought that this was going to happen. But I wanted to thank you guys for your support and everything. I've been tweeting out a lot of what was happening and
updates and stuff, and you guys have been supporting me endlessly, and I really do appreciate that right now, as this is one of the hardest times. I can't even believe it's happening, to be honest. So I will keep you guys updated, and I hope for the best, and I'm hoping that he stays around for the next few months and he is his regular self and he's doing well, and I'm hoping that my sisters will be able to see him one more time before he goes. I honestly can't believe this. I don't even know. So I got a couple of packages in the mail. I have decided that I'm going to vlog as long as I feel like it. I'm basically just going to kind of play it by ear, take it day by day, and as long as I'm feeling up to it, I'm going to continue vlogging and doing videos and doing all of my social media stuff, because it is something that I enjoy, and I feel like if I stop it, then I'm just gonna fixate and be really upset all the time. So I'm just going to try and move past it, but if I don't seem as upbeat or chipper as I usually am, then you guys know why. But anyways, I have a couple of packages here. One is from Indigo. I'm not sure what this is. And then I have a package from Penguin Random House here. I know one of the books that is in here. I don't remember what other one I requested though. But this one, I have quite a few pre-orders that I'm waiting for, and I have no clue what one this could be, because I don't think any of the ones that came out recently are ones that I pre-ordered. So I don't know. But I'm going to open up the Penguin one first. Ugh, struggles. All right, so we have two books in here. Oh, right, now I remember. So first of all, I have Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow, and then I have That Inevitable Victorian Thing by E.K. Johnston. So I'm really excited to have these two arcs. They're coming out kind of soon-ish. They're both coming out in October, I believe. Yeah, so they're both coming out in October, so I'm going to try my hardest to read them before they come out. And now for the package from Indigo. Pull tab. Oh, fail. Oh, this is here very early. So it's my pre-order for There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. This isn't out until September 26th, but I got my copy early. And I'm kind of surprised because I felt like it was going to be a strict on sale. It's so hot pink. So I think I'm going to save this for around Halloween though, because it's very, like, it's a thriller sort of thing. So seems Halloween-y to me. So I might take some Instagram photos later today, because that has been very relaxing and like therapeutic for me for some reason. I really enjoy taking Instagram photos right now because it's just fun, and I like the fact that I don't need to look good or like dress up to do it, which is a lot easier than YouTube, and that's definitely something that's going to be easier to keep up with. But I'm hoping I'll be able to keep up with videos, and I don't know if I'm going to edit and upload today's video. I did have it, like, it's filmed and everything. I don't know if I feel like editing, especially because I fell asleep at like 3 in the morning, and then I went to work for 5 in the morning, so I've hardly slept. So I'm definitely going to go and try and kind of like nap, but read a little bit before. But I started listening to Vengeance Road by Aaron Bowman on audiobook, and I'm liking it so far. Not really loving it, but I feel like it's going to take me a little bit to get into, because it's a Western, so it's using that sort of vernacular, which I'm not used to. So I'm going to see how this goes.
So I'll admit I lost my head. Can't recall the things I said.
Hello! So I just had a shower not too long ago, and now I'm just hanging out with my one friend and my second little friend here. He's very, very tired, so I think he's about to go for a nap. But I am waiting for my other friend, actually. This time it's a human, and she's going to pick me up, and we're going to go to the bookstore that I work at, and I have to exchange a couple of books, so I'm going to do that. I did actually get a book in the mail today too, and I didn't wait to unbox it, so sorry about that. But I got Warcross by Marie Lu. I ordered this from Book Depository because I saw on Marie Lu's Twitter that the UK hardcover is a freaking rainbow, so I had to order it, and it's much bigger than I expected. It's taller than the US and Canadian edition, so I'm very happy to have this though, because it is so rainbow and so cute. But I need to go and
and get dressed and everything and ready to go and get some books. I have an idea of what I want. I think I'm going to get One Dark Throne, and then I'm going to get, I don't really know what else. I don't remember what else I had my eye on. Maybe the Diviner sequel, I'll probably get that, but I don't really know yet. But I mentioned this in a previous vlog where I went book shopping. I don't think I'm allowed to vlog while I'm at the store because I think it's company policy that you can't videotape in the store just for privacy reasons for other customers. So I'm going to maybe like try and take some video of other stuff that doesn't have other people in the background. So maybe I'll be able to do that and kind of sneak that in here. But yeah, I'm gonna go and buy some books. I'm so on brand.
When I was younger, I should have known better. And
I made this wall.
So I was super sneaky and I showed you guys some of the store that I work at. That was the teen section that we were in, obviously, and that is my baby. I try and make sure it's clean all the time and beautiful, and that rainbow wall is my life because I made that and I love it so much. But I got a few more books than I should have because I was exchanging 3, but I came out with 4. So that's not that bad. That's not awful. Also, all but one of these are a sequel that I've been looking forward to and waiting for, so I feel like that is very acceptable. So I got Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco? I don't know. The Reluctant Queen by Sarah Beth Durst, Before the Devil Breaks You by Libba Bray, and One Dark Throne by Kendara Blake. So now I have to go and get myself looking presentable, and I need to clean up my room a little bit because I'm gonna film. So we have reached the end of another week and thus the end of another reading vlog. So I'm going to wrap up my reading, and as per usual, if you want to know more thoughts, then you can wait for my end of the month wrap up, which will be coming soon, or you can go to my Goodreads. But I read a total of 4 books this week, which I'm very happy with. So I'm going to tell you what I rated them. I don't know what happened to my voice there, but we're going with it. So first of all, I listened to the audiobook for Alice in Zombieland by Gina Showalter, which I gave a 1 out of 5 stars. I didn't realize I had listened to so many audiobooks this week, but now looking at it, I didn't physically read like any of these books. So the next audiobook that I listened to was Umberland by Wendy Spinelli, which I gave a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And the final audiobook that I listened to was Vengeance Road by Erin Bowman, which I gave a 3 or a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And finally, I physically read Wild Beauty by Anna Marie Michelmore, which I ended up giving a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So I spent a couple days not actually having picked up a book other than an audiobook because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to read. So kind of makes sense why I didn't really read a lot physically this week. But I am happy that I was able to get through some of my audiobooks, and I was also able to get through a few of the books that have been on my TBR for way too long. And my #1 read was obviously Umberland because it was just so much fun. But I wish I had read some better books since there's kind of low ratings this week, but hopefully next week will be a little bit better. So that's all for this week's reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. I put out new reading vlogs every Monday, so if you like these, then you can subscribe and you can see those videos as well as the other videos that I post. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!